Hello, and welcome again to Conversations. I'm your host, Tony Jackson, and joining us today is Heather Cruzan. Heather, we had a conversation, and you were telling me some very interesting things about yourself as not only a student, but also as a single mother. What year are you at WIU?
I'm a senior at Western Illinois University.
What are some of the challenges that you run into as being a senior at WIU?
Having children,
How many children do you have?
3,
What are their ages?
3, 4, and 5.
So Heather, first you went to junior college before you came here today, right?
Yes.
What was it like going to junior college being a mother?
It was really definitely a struggle. I remember my first day going to college, found out I was having my first son,
Yes.
and it brought a lot of pressure on. I didn't really know what to do, but I just kept going, and through my pregnancy I developed toxemia, but I kept going, kept my legs propped up, just, teachers worked with me, and then I had my son, and he actually came 2 weeks early, so he was born April 18th, and when I had him, I had to have a C-section, and then I came back to school like 2 days after my C-section from out of the hospital to get my schoolwork. So that was like the biggest struggle I had.
So what was it like having a baby and going to school?
It was tough, like having a newborn at home, keeping you up all night, having to adjust to lack of sleep. It was really tough, but I managed to get through it.
So what does your child do while you're at school?
He goes Head Start, and then for half a day, and then he comes home, and he just has to stay with a babysitter while I'm at school for the rest of the day.
So I hear you also took on 2 more children. How old are they?
They are 5 and 3.
Wow. So you have a 3, 4, and a 5-year-old at home?
Correct.
Wow. What is a day like with Heather Cruzan? How does your day start with you?
Well, it usually starts with the alarm clock going off, and then I have to get up and get all 3 of the kids up, and sometimes they don't like to get up, so I have to make them get up. And Trayvon, the 4-year-old, he likes to play the Xbox, so first thing he does, instead of getting his clothes on, he's going for the Xbox controller.
Yes.
It's pretty bad. And then the youngest, he wants to do everything himself, so he won't let me, get clothes put on him and stuff like that. He says he wants to do it himself, so his pants be on backwards, and I have to help him get them on correctly, and then he fights with me because he wants to be really independent. And then the 5-year-old, his hair, because he's mixed, so his hair is like really hard to like get brushed because he's got long, thick hair. And he fights with me not wanting to get his hair brushed, and then I tell him he needs to get a haircut, and then we usually have a big, huge argument because he don't want his hair cut.
That sounds really expensive.
It's bad.
Putting your 3 kids in daycare. How do you afford that as being a student?
Right now it's using family members. It's really tough because Child Care Connections that helps with that is not really, with the budget cut, not really giving me any help. I've applied, but I have not been approved, so they bounce around from family member to family member, whoever can babysit for the day, so it's really stressful, but I have some help.
So what time do you usually get home from school?
It varies.
Because you commute, right?
Yes. So it varies, like 4 or 5 o'clock sometimes if I have to stay for anything after school, sometimes not 8, 9 o'clock at night.
So how do you keep those children occupied?
I have activities for them at home. I also have the YMCA where they attend swimming and tumbling at. Also the YMCA, what's great about that is when I take them to swimming and tumbling, I am able to go into the lobby and work on homework because homework's a big, huge issue as far as having children to be able to get it done.
So you were telling me the day that you graduated from school and you received your associate's degree, that was something to be remembered. What kind of day was that?
Oh, it was a great day of accomplishment. It was just really kind of embarrassing a little bit because I had all 3 of the boys in the audience screaming and yelling, and I knew they were my kids that were causing the biggest fuss. Yeah. And they're screaming, "Mommy, Mommy," and then the other 2 are screaming, "Heather, Heather." So it's like, it really brought attention to me. So, I wouldn't take it back for the world, but it was kind of tough.
So your children realized while you carrying your laptop and your book bag, mm-hmm. they realized that the end result was that reward that you got, huh?
Correct.
Was that a good feeling?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. And actually, Trayvon's been in Head Start since he was a year old because they have the Birth to 5 program. And once I heard about it, I got him into Head Start. So he was able to kind of teach his older brother, Antonio, some things and prepare him because he didn't really have that early experience beforehand. So, they all know education is the key.
So what is it like putting them to bed at night while you're trying to get your homework done? What is that like, Heather? Tell us.
It's really rough. I'm not gonna lie. 3 boys, 3, 4, and 5. You got them all running around. You got them wanting to play the Xbox. You got some of them wanting to play the Wii. You got them fighting over who's gonna read them the bedtime story, who's gonna get their book read first, who's gonna play the Xbox first in the morning, and who's gonna be able to get dressed first. You got all these different questions that arise at bedtime, and then you got them saying, "Can I have one more cup of juice?" And it's tough. I mean, I managed to get them in bed, but I pretty much want to pull my hair out by the end of the night.
So I imagine you have a lot of stress put on you, huh?
Oh yes.
So what is your future plans when you graduate from WIU?
My future plans, of course, to have the bachelor's degree. I would love to do production, behind the scenes, and just be able to provide a good future for the children, so they don't have to struggle, so they can go to school and don't have any worries.
So are your children going to be there at your graduation day, Heather?
Oh, yeah, they're going to be, but I think I'm going to make sure that I tell them they're not going to be able to play that Xbox if they ain't good. I'll make sure, I'm going to bribe them so I don't have to relive that day of screaming and yelling in the audience and everybody knows they're hollering for me.
Well, I can say you've truly been an inspiration to me today, as well as I'm sure other people. And I wish you success in your future academic endeavors. This has again been Tony Jackson coming with Conversation with Your Partners, WIU.